I'm gonna show you the hole, then I'm gonna give you some breakdown stuff, right? And then if there's time, we'll take some questions and we could talk about the 4 or 5 actions that we see the most, right? You two are up here, tight, right? Give me 2 forwards, right? You're gonna be our goalie in the back, right? We don't have a center. We call this guy a goalie for 2 reasons. He's our last line of defense, right? He cannot get out of this area, right? If you pull the goalie in hockey, right, what happens? It's a goal. The other reason is people are really sensitive. No one likes to be called a center anymore, right? No one's a center, so you're our goalie. Got it? Smile, it's okay. Come over here, right? This high school court's a little shorter, right? It's 10 feet shorter. So my guess is this is probably about 2.5 feet higher on our court. What we do is we straddle. We're high and wide. We straddle the volleyball line on our court. You're probably going to straddle this high school 3-point line, right? So your stance is like this, exactly like I am, with your butt facing the corner, right? So go right there, and then give me another wing on the other side. Right? Straddle this thing right here, butt facing the corner. Good? You are, if there was a restricted circle, heels on that restricted, right? You have the easiest job of anyone, right? You're going to eventually have to talk. You just keep your chest on the basketball, right? You keep your chest on the basketball. All right, I'm going to take the top. I'm going to take a wing. Coach, you want to take a wing? Just go any short corner and go high post. Coach Arn, you want to come out here and be our top guy? I'll give you one of my 3 free copies. You can just be there. There you go. All right. So everyone stand exactly how you're standing. Not very intimidating, right? Zone rule number 2. Who remembers it? What do you got? Hands never drop below your waist, right? Everybody put your hands out. A little less area to throw the ball, right? So this is our starting position, right? What we like to do, if we can, right? If it's, you know, sometimes there's transition situations and not always possible, right? Our 2 guards, right? To start every possession, slap your teammate 5. Slap your teammate 5. You like each other, right? Right? And this is what it tells us. We're ready to guard. I don't care if I just missed a shot at that end. I don't care if I just turned it over. I don't care if a teammate missed me on an extra shot. Let's go. Right? It's time to guard. As extended as we are, we don't want to get too much more extended than this. Right? So we kind of call it our ring. Right? And it's about the NBA 3, and it's just a box. Right? And that's our ring. We used to extend a lot more at times with these 2 guys. We used to tandem them to start and pick the ball up at half court, right? I thought that was being aggressive. Looking back, it was more dumb than aggressive. Because as active as we are up here, when we get punctures, high post, short corner, penetration, we got to get to spots and scramble, right? So if this guy's picking the ball up at half court and that thing goes over both guys' heads to the high post, this is a really long run for this guy to get from half court to out in space to take away threes, right? So you guys are staying there, you're tight, right? Everybody's bouncing, right? You're like boxer stance, we're bouncing, right? I'm gonna give you, as the ball comes across half court, this is what you 2 are thinking, right? It's really rare that someone's just gonna walk into a 3 to start a possession, right? Some good players will do it. Most of them are thinking, I'm probably not, my coach is probably not gonna be happy if I cross half court and just take the first 3. Right, so that's, we start this way to look as a 2-3. We're never in a 2-guard front ever again after this possession gets going. All right, you guys are thinking no paint to start, no 3. If he goes into one, you got to contest, and then you got to stay tight with your hands out. You can't let an immediate pass to the high post. Right, that's your train of thought as it goes across half court. Wings, you are thinking no chance anybody's shooting a 3 in front of me, right? We say no wing 3s by our forwards. It's really that next 3 in front of you, right? You cannot give up this 3. The guards have no responsibility for these wing 3s. That is on you, right? And our guys, they get really good at it. They take great pride in basically just shutting down whole sides of the floor. You're not getting a 3 on my side, right? Your chest on the ball, right? You'd be talking, right? You'd be saying, empty, no corner, no corner, no corner. You'd say, 31, short corner your side, right? It's important for these guys to know who's in their area, right? And a lot of that comes from our goalie, right? You're also no lob, right? So if you're asleep and you're up too high, right, there could be lobs over the top. These guys are going to do a good job of not letting like direct, straight line short corner passes, but if that thing goes up in the air, you got to go get it, all right? First